So you want to play the saxophone, huh? Well, I've got some info for you. 4 main types of saxophones. How do you recognize the different saxophones? Well, it's all in the neck. What's the neck? That's the top part of the saxophone. The smallest one's the soprano. Then there's an alto. Then a tenor, which is the coolest one because that's what I play. And then you've got a baritone. Baritone's the biggest and the deepest of the main 4 saxophones. There's other weirder ones, but if you're really into it, you can find out about those later. The saxophone's got a few parts. The body, and as you can see, the neck fits into the body, and on the neck, we have a mouthpiece. You can imagine where this goes, into your mouth. You rest your teeth on the top portion of the mouthpiece. You put your bottom lip against this bottom part, but we're not done. We need a reed. So you can have different types of reeds. Most common is bamboo. This brand is a Rico, but you can get synthetic ones that are plastic. And they last longer, but they don't make the same sound. So you've got a reed and a mouthpiece. You put those together, but they're not going to stay together. So that's where a ligature comes into play. You put the ligature on there, then you've got a mouthpiece, a reed, and sound. This is the most important part of your saxophone because it's where the sound is produced. You need a reed that works for you, a mouthpiece that works for you, and a ligature that works with the reed and mouthpiece. You'll try different combinations and figure out what works for you as you play. So let's discuss putting the mouthpiece together. Got a reed. You want to make sure that the reed is wet first because it can be warped. As the reed rests on the mouthpiece, it must make a seal all the way around, and so if it's warped and dry, it won't seal at the tip. So put it in your mouth before you play and moisten it. This particular reed is a 3.5 stiffness, and you can get stiffer or softer reeds. The stiffness of the reed determines how hard you need to blow, how much air is required, and you'll learn to play at different reed stiffnesses as you start playing. So put the reed on the mouthpiece and slide it until you see just a sliver of the black. And line up the bottom so that it's square. There's an even amount of reed on both sides. And there's just a sliver of black on the top. Press your thumb against it so you can verify that it's making a seal, because naturally there's a gap in the reed and the mouthpiece. Once you're ready to put the ligature on, slide it on with the knobs to the right. Make sure that it's even. Make sure that your mouthpiece and reed are still straight. As you can see, it drifted a little, so I'm going to adjust it. Final adjustments to the ligature. Tighten it up. You don't have to reef on it, just tighten it up and you're good. So I'm going to cinch up my neck strap. Another important step. When attaching the mouthpiece to the neck, the most important part of this process is firmly holding the neck by the top part, not by where it connects to the body. So you're ready to put the mouthpiece onto the neck, right? Well, not quite. We have to make sure that this cork here is greased. Important step. So when you get your sax, you'll get some stuff called cork grease. Comes in different shapes and sizes, but most of the time it just looks like chapstick. And just lightly grease up the cork. You can use your fingers if you want, just to kind of get it evenly spread around. You don't need too much. Spread the grease onto the cork, and then you should be able to easily slide the mouthpiece on. So you're going to hold this firmly and gently slide this on. So you adjust the mouthpiece onto the cork, and to attune the saxophone, you actually move it in or out, just little amounts. In moves the pitch up, out moves the pitch down. All right.
Yeah.
This is Renato.
Hi.
So first thing, what's your favorite part about the saxophone? Makes you love the saxophone so much?
It's the way it sounds and the way it feel connected to you. You know, it's like, it's not just another instrument. It's connected to you. You have to blow it to make a sound.
Mm-hmm. There's a personal aspect to it.
Yeah, so it right there is personal, and you can make all kinds of different sounds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree, definitely. What's your favorite genre to play?
My favorite music to play.
Mm-hmm.
I would say music that has freedom. You know, like anything that you can express yourself.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
basically, all kinds of music is good, you know.
Yep.
Like blues, jazz, and now R&B
Mm-hmm.
with Tom Peterson. You know,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
every time that you have that space to express yourself. That's to me that's very exciting.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. What was the biggest challenge you overcame or you faced when you were learning the saxophone?
Is the fear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from this level to the next level, and I realized that there's so many levels. And when I overcome my fear, and basically I have to learn everything that I need to, and I'm still learning, and that overcomes my fear. After that is all freedom,
The process of getting comfortable with it, and then
all this
overcoming
technical
the fear.
aspect of the saxophone.
And just one more thing, what would be one piece of advice you'd give to someone who's thinking about playing the saxophone?
It's a commitment, and first of all, have fun with it. Have fun learning it, because it's a lot of fun just holding the instrument and learning how to play it, and place your fingers and put it through your mouth and blow it and have fun with it, and before you know it, you're like, wow.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Another note, when you're finishing playing, you're gonna have moisture buildup in the neck, body, and mouthpiece of your sax. So get one of these, it's called a neck saver. Then insert it through this end, put it in, spin it around, dry out your sax so you don't get mold. That would not be good. Also take apart your mouthpiece and ligature so you can dry off your reed separately. Might have some gunk on there, clean it off, rinse it off, soak it, whatever you need to do, and dry your mouthpiece as well. Finally, you're going to want to clean out the inside of your horn with pad saver. So you just put it in, take it out, turn it around, press all the keys as you're doing it, one rack at a time, dry out all the pads. Another side note, when you're not playing, put a cap on your mouthpiece so you don't bang up your reed.
We're going to be dancing and partying all night long. We are the Blues Cruisers.
That's right.